Guys, I just watched a video on TikTok about this girl who I think she was born without limbs and arms, legs and arms. And I read some of the comments where people can be very, very mean and making the line of questioning in the post and stuff. She obviously online trying to make money to support herself on stuff, and she's been doing a lot of stuff. A lot of people with arms and legs cannot do. Okay, so instead of giving her prop and encouragements and stuff, people are tearing her down, like asking her demeaning questions, telling her like how you pick up a phone and if you want to scratch your back, how do you do it? Things like that. These things are demeaning nature, you know, and I just read through that, and you know, I read through stuff like that to find out good comments, people who are giving her encouragements. Say, you're doing a good job, and I really love what you've done here, and good for you and stuff. And if I find a lot of negativity, a lot of people are very negative, giving her, these kind of, belittling kind of questions and demeaning and stuff. And I came to the realization, of prophecy. A lot of humans, you know, the third of world population is going to be killed by angels, and I think that's what it says. But anyhow, a lot of people are going to be decimated, going to be killed by angels. That is going to be coming up. And I started to see why that is. I started to see why these people do not deserve to be saved because of these kind of situation. Someone is down in their luck, and then she's not hurting anybody. She's on TikTok trying to make money and not harming anyone. She's not really doing anything of negative nature or offensive or none of that. She's just cooking, doing her makeup, getting dressed, doing stuff like that, normal stuff. And so, and people can be mean. People sat there and a lot of comments. I find a lot of comments. People are really treating her inhumanely and making fun of her and call her names and you know and how could you insult somebody who's down in their luck like that. And it doesn't, being nice, it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost anyone to be nice anything, you know and it takes a lot of energy and power to be mean and evil and wicked, because it takes a lot of brain power trying to be mean to a person. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? When I'm fighting and I'm trying to be, pulling all this energy, sometimes sometimes I pray negatively, and I know I shouldn't, but sometimes I'm out of anger. But this is justified. So we're not comparing both things. We're not comparing what our 144,000 gone through trying to defend themselves. Okay? Compared to this person who is living her life. She's not hurting anybody for people to be so wicked and cruel, you know? So now I understand when a lot of people gonna die, when these angels gonna be released, and the angels gonna come, is going to be released, they're gonna kill a lot of people, you know? And now I see it. Why? Because people are mean. Not everybody, in general term, but a lot of people. Because I've read through the comments, I seen a lot of negative comments than positive. And, people need to learn. If you have nothing nice to say nothing. Don't say anything, okay? If you have nothing nice to say to a person, especially someone like that who's disabled, you know, she's a special need person, but she doesn't show that. She doesn't show, inability or being able to do things on her own. She's not showing that. She's showing she's very capable of doing a lot of things on her own. And instead of people giving her prop, people are tearing her down for no reason. See, that's the world we live in, you know. Is that why? What's coming cannot be stopped because people are wicked. Similar to what's happening to 144,000 being attacked by these beings, judgment is also going to be unleashed on them because they are targeting God elect. They are targeting God, chosen people, because what they do is they're trying to derail you from getting close to God. So, because they know, God is, many are called, only a few are chosen. They know this. They don't want you to be chosen, and that's what they're doing. They're playing the game. They're playing the game of manipulation, trying to derail you from your path, and so you'll never get your divine inheritance. You'll not be able to be chosen because they will drill your head with negative intentions and trying to control your energy field. They're trying to control your being. They want you to act out and you want you to be in a negative spiral. So you will not get which is destined for you. You understand? Do not worry about these people, they're still playing me. They're still playing all of us. But hey, I choose to stay on this path to receive my divine inheritance and also to be chosen. And I'm not gonna let Satan or nobody on earth to stop me or derail me or send me in this negative loop. So every time you think of something negative about God, about anybody, you have to say these words. It's from Holy Quran, but you have to say to say it because you needed to cancel out the negative thought or intentions. Because you have to be aware of your own thoughts and your own emotions and stuff, because they're manipulating all of that. You just say astaghfirullah, okay? And then you can pray against your enemy. You say for doing all of that, from trying to put thought pattern in your head, you have to say hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. You say it 3 times, 5 times, 7 times, like that, okay? And You start your prayer, you're thanking God and the Maker and stuff, and then you end up your prayer with thanking God as well. Okay, that's how you do it, and do it with clear intention. Always believe in your prayer working. Do not ever doubt your prayer ever. May not work. No, you always put your a clear intention and you know all this emotion you're feeling in your prayer, and trust me, your prayer will work. When you pray this way, God will grant your wishes. Okay, this already started. Granting your wishes through a prayer already started. You just have to say it in a prayer form, like I just showed you. Pray whatever you have desire. Okay, and you understand that why some of humanity will not be saved because of these wicked things. I just this is a small what do you call it? This is a small thing that I ran into on TikTok that made me angry. For people to be mean to somebody they do not know. Similar to us, 144,000, we've been targeted by these witches and wizards and warlock people. They do not know you. They don't know me, but they are paid to attack me. So these angels, when going to be released, is going to get rid of these people who are attacking you. You understand? So stay prayed up, and if you see something like what I witnessed on TikTok, always give encouragement to that person, and you always speak your truth. And you have to tell the people who are posting stuff not to do things like that, and you have to explain why not. So anyhow, you need to kind of defend the vulnerable. You need to defend the people who are, cannot defend themselves. You know, you know. Like one of the comments I read, one of the persons, he said to her, "Oh, because you have no arms or legs. Oh, what would you do if somebody pick you up and run away with you?" You know what I'm saying? Like trying to bestow fear on her, like for no reason. And I just said to that person, kidnapping is still illegal. It doesn't matter. Sure, her rights are not, is not really abolished or taken away because she have no arm or leg. So have no arm or legs. That means she have no rights. Somebody could pick her up and run away with her. You see how stupid people are, who would go online and would say something so negative and evil. Okay, it's not funny. Anyhow, you see things like that, you defend. You defend the person. You speak your piece, guys. All of you guys, I know some of you guys are afraid of saying something because the enemy is well equipped, but you're not weak. So when these people are attacking you, you need to speak your truth. You know what I'm saying? These people are going to be dealt with, okay? You know what I'm saying? They're going to be dealt with. Do not worry about them. Be how God created you to be, okay? And I'm just teaching you how to do it, okay? Anyhow, I hope this helped, guys. You speak your truth and don't let people walk all over you. Have a good morning.